Hey there, Mission Control. Well, the Nemesis bed. This is the bed that over the last 2 years has been nothing but trouble for me. I've rebuilt it once, had to patch in it. All the other beds are doing really well, knock on wood, but this one bed just has a bunch of problems. What happened here recently is that condensation from the north wall has been coming down and hitting the ground that everything is built on, and that has created a little bit more moist ground than I would prefer. So we had a little bit of tilting going on here, and I needed to reinforce the footings to compensate for the water issue. So I actually got through the whole process of stabilization and getting this thing rebuilt, and you have to jack it all up with a 3-ton jack, and I started laying it down, and what happened is this lower bar on the other side, it popped off. Bed fell down. Rocks went everywhere. The seal that I put in broke. So I emptied the whole thing out and then redid the seal, and no matter what I did, it just wouldn't stop leaking. So we have a brand new liner. We're done. Nemesis bed is just going to be completely 100% rebuilt. So I'm going to get this liner out. Got to get the rock that I put back in. Got to get it back out with the bucket, and we'll rebuild this thing. So yeah, we'll see how it goes today. Well, it's safe to say I'm never going to be an upholster. Got it all in, got the drain in, and it's silicone and drying right now. Some rock down there just to make sure everything sat down correctly. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to let the silicone dry. I'm going to take my time on it, even though I don't want to, because I got to get all this rock in here so I can plant all the vegetables that have been sprouting for a long time, but because of this bed we couldn't plant them. But I still need to be patient. So this is the Nemesis bed after all. Its tricks are probably not done yet. Anyway, so got it here. Not totally excited about my upholstery job, but it is what it is. So gonna let that stuff dry, and we're gonna move on to actually working on leveling these microgreen beds a little bit more. So I've used the bubble level on these quite a few times, and that's obviously not working very well because they're still kind of uneven and kind of droopy in some spots. So I went online, tried to find a better solution than my little PVC joints, and what I came up with is the tile levelers. These have little grooves on them, like that. So I can put them in here and kind of ratchet them up to the different height that we need, if it's not tall enough just on its own. There we go, like that. And I can put them in at multiple locations, and then they just kind of sit in there nice and tight. So this is probably one where it's going to have to be doubled up. Yep. Here. So I can take this, There we go. So I'm gonna actually put some water in here and just use water to level this whole thing, and we're gonna see how well we can do. My handy dandy override here. Turn this on. Okay, so I got the water coming in here. I'm gonna fill it up. Watch where all the water is running. Right now it's coming from there. It looks like everything. The middle's a little low. Middle's definitely low compared to everything else. I honestly don't know how that's gonna get solved, but I think the grates are just bent. Since I got used ones, I think they're just bent in the middle. So they bend down in the middle there, making it harder to, yeah, because it's all coming right down the middle. Okay, it turns off a lot faster than it turns on. Okay, so now we need to start leveling everything. Looks like this end is a little higher than what it needs to be. Or that side is higher. How about we just take everything out? We'll start fresh. My goodness, well, it's been probably about 2 hours of playing with this and getting it as close to level as I possibly could. Man, there's a few different things that were problems. There was a bow this way, there's a bow this way, there was difference variations in the shelving. It was this. I'm still not thinking that it's perfectly level, but I got it as close as I could visually. Meaning I put the water in here and I had the water line right at the top of each of these squares. They're in here so I could actually, you know, see that it was level. So got it as level as I could. Now this is important because when you put the 10-20 trays, the black trays with the microgreens on here, if you have those bows in it or those little sinks, I guess, little dips, water collects there, and then the 10-20 tray that's sitting there gets a lot more wet than trays that are sitting elsewhere. So then you have really uneven watering, which really messes up the plants. So this is all about trying to really dial in, perfect that watering for the bottoms up watering for the microgreens. Now during this time, the good news is the silicone over on the other lane has dried, and I'm ready to start moving rock back in. So let's jump back over there and get to work on that. This is going to take a while, and it's going to be mostly unfun. I'm starting from the back there just because I have further to go with it. I try to get the hard stuff first. Well, I think we got her done. Back to full operation. So that took me quite a few hours to get everything back in, but new liner, new seal. Nemesis should be dead again. Oh Lord, please let the Nemesis be gone. So I think that's going to be it for this video. I still got more to do today, so we got a few more videos. I'm going to move on to planting some things and give you guys a status update in the next video of how everything's looking. Hint, it's looking good. So that's it. Thanks for following along. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give us a thumbs up and hit subscribe. Don't forget, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and on Patreon. In the meantime, this is The Real Martian, out.